JacLyn. For this video, we're going to be doing our pre-point exercises. I have my sister Kara with me, and together we are going to demonstrate and also talk about the proper ways to do it. And my other assistant is Rizzo! So we'll see how long he sticks in with this. Okay, first exercises we're going to do is with our TheraBands. So we're going to take our TheraBands and make sure we're flattening it out the best we can. First, we'll start ball of the foot, pushing the TheraBand back this way. You're going to sit up nice and tall. Make sure your quad is pulled up and that you're flexing your ankle all the way back. We're going to go ball of the foot, point, relax the toes, up. Ball of the foot, point, relax the toes up. And we want to really make sure we're pointing straight through the ankle, making a line through the ankle over the second toe. We don't want to be rolling in or sickling out. Again, make sure we're sitting up nice and tall, don't leaning backwards. Perfect. 2. Very good. Last one. 6, 7. Very good. And switch. Other side. Now remember, you can do your pre-point exercises 3 days a week. And for dancers that are currently on point, also make sure you're doing these. Also remember, we don't want our band to be straining our ankles, right? We want it to be a challenge, but we don't want it to be a struggle. So, don't grab that hardest TheraBand you have in your batch. All right, last one. Very good. Now we're going to do our outward swing. So you're going to take the TheraBand, wrap it around the working foot. From here, you pull the TheraBand sideways, and you're going to put that other foot in front. Remember, the ankles should be flexed. A lot of times we get here and then we start doing it and we're not using the right muscles. So, standing up nice and tall, quads pulled up, we sickle out, wing out, in. Wing out, wing in, wing out. And we're going to really try to not move this leg the best we can. Really just isolating the ankle out and in. And really try to control bringing the ankle back to neutral rather than just relaxing it and having it flop back to neutral. And very good. Now we're going to take that TheraBand, we're going to pull it to the outside. We're going to cross the top foot. And now we're going to do our sickle swing in. So sickle in, sickle in, sickle in, center. Make sure we're flexed all the way through the ankle, all the way up. Yeah. If the heel comes off the ground, that's okay. Now you can also do this with a partner holding the TheraBand if this is too much. Very good. Okay, other foot. Getting there? Yeah. And up, and center, up. Very good. Just remember that while you're doing that, we want the leg completely straight with the quad pulled up. Really controlling the coming back to neutral. Wanting to keep the upper leg not moving, right? So we don't want to be taking the leg with us. We really want the ankle only doing the work. Very good. Okay. And okay, listen. All right, shake it out. We have one more exercise. We're going to do a flex. This one is going to actually strengthen the front of the leg. So this is important for plays and jumps. You're going to take the TheraBand, pull it. You want it flatten. It likes to roll, so really try to flatten it all along the foot. Pull it back, sitting it nice and tall. Now, the biggest thing with this is making sure that we're not sickling on the way up, right? We really want to make sure we're going straight through the ankle, down, straight through the ankle, down. So you're going to flex up, down. Yes, up, keep going. So watching from here, relax. We want this in a straight line. There we go. And then we go straight lining dog. We're gonna really work on just going straight up and not rolling in or sickling to get the leg through the ankle. This can be tricky. Okay. 10. Think you did about 10? Okay, let's switch it. Here. And flex. Flex. Pulling across there, yeah, that's better. Yeah, and if it rolls like that, that's okay. It's still going to be working it. Last one. Okay, good. I'm going to put those TheraBands to the side for a second. Now we're going to move on to our ankle exercises that don't need equipment. So flop those feet around a little bit and make sure you're loosening it up. Okay, we're going to do our ankle circles. We're going to do 10 outward and then 10 inward. So going all the way. Yeah. Yeah, really hitting the full range of motion. That's good. Good, and reverse it. We should feel some burning, hopefully, in the lower half of the leg through the ankles. And 2 more. Okay, and shake it out. We're going to go through and do our ABCs. Now, when we do our ABCs, we're doing uppercase letters, right? So, one leg in, sitting up nice and tall. You're going to draw an upper case A going through the big toe and the second toe. That's what we want to think about. And then we're going to continue all the way through the alphabet. Probably should have played some music. Maybe next time. And once you get through it, shake it out. Keep going. Almost there. And so now when you do the left side, what's really important is that you make sure you're doing the reverse of the letter. So you wouldn't draw it like you would. You need to make sure you're doing the mirrored version. So everything is going outward from your center line on these. And again, do your best not to get your leg involved in it, but it is difficult, especially since we're really trying to make big letters. Your hands. You done? Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay. Really quickly, let's just grab our foot, and we're just gonna grab the arch and then just use your hand and roll it out. Try not to use your muscles. Really just the hand moving the ankle around. More shake it out, and then we'll do the other side. Right. So what's important is that we do our strengthening at home, right? But then we also want to make sure that we're keeping up with our flexibility. So by doing that, the best way to do it is actually to stretch during exercises, which I know we talk about in class sometimes. So rather than just constantly sticking your foot into that foot stretcher, right? We want to be practicing rolling up through the foot, doing more bar work, which we're going to do later, and then some of these exercises. Foot stretchers are great for people that are super tight, but for those of us that have decently functionable ankles like Kara and I, we want to stay away from that, okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to be working on our toes and our metatarsals. So one leg in, one leg out. You're going to spread the toes, and you want as much space as you can between each toe, and then dome the foot on the way in. Spread out, dome in. Spread out, dome in. Good. Spread out, dome in. One more out, dome in. Now we're going to reverse it. Spread the toes in, dome out. 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 Yep. Shake it out. Other one. Okay. spread the toes, dome, spread the toes, dome. Now you're gonna notice that one foot is gonna be better than the other, and maybe there's a couple toes that just aren't separating. Don't get too caught up in that. Good, we're gonna reverse it now. Spread in, dome out. Just keep doing your best, right? It's really important that we have those toes flexible on the in-betweens to make sure that we're really articulating through our tendus. Right. Okay, shake that out. Very good. Now we're gonna stand up, still, and scoot back to the back of the mat. Make sure you can see us, yep. Okay, and these exercises get harder if you're doing it on mats. So if this is ever like you're having a hard time stabilizing yourself, you can always just do it on the floor, right? Now what we're gonna do is, and I'm gonna take off the mat so hopefully you can see it a little bit, is we're gonna lift the big toe up, push it down, and then lift the other toes up, still keeping the ball of the foot into the ground. Big toe up and switch, okay? This can be pretty tricky. Try not, and we're gonna do both feet at the same time. You don't have to, but I like to get it done that way. Do your best in really keeping the ball of the foot pushing into the ground and the arch is lifted. It's really easy to start rolling in to try to achieve it, and that's not what we're trying to do, right? This is a Judy Chipwood exercise. Gotta love Miss Judy. Okay, couple more. Very good. Okay, shake that out. Good. Now we're gonna do we're gonna grab our ball. Okay. Again, you can do this on the mat or you can do it on the hardwood. What's gonna happen is you're going to do your 9-point pressure point. Those of you that are in pre-point with me during the year know what this is. You have the ball of the foot, you have the arch, and then you have the heel. This is going to focus on that arch section, right? So we're never pushing into our heel and the ball of the foot on this. What you're going to do is you're going to think that you have 3 dots across the foot this way and 3 dots going down. That's going to make 3 columns and 3 rows. You're going to take your ball, right, and we're going to push into the ground, and we're going to hold 15 seconds on each point, and we're going to keep going all the way through the foot. When you're doing this, you're going to realize that some points you barely feel anything, and other points are going to hurt very bad. That's going to be your fascia twisted in your arch, and it's just dependent on how you stand normally throughout the day, and the kind of shoes you're wearing, and how strong your feet are and where they're strong, right? So don't be alarmed if you're feeling a little bit of discomfort or a little bit of pain. Should be okay. Okay, did you switch? Okay. And this is really good because it's really going to take that tension out of the unwanted places in your tendus. We've been talking about how when you articulate through the foot, right, your point happens more from your arch in your ankle rather than gripping the toes. So this is going to help you relax some of that twisted fascia in the arch so that way your point can get better. Good. I'm on my last row. Can you go a little lower? Yeah, bring it down a little bit more. There you go. That'll happen sometimes. I like this one does not feel good for me. Okay, on my last one. If you're done, you can always switch the next foot here. Yeah, so if you're ever having cramps in class, like when you're pointing too hard and you're feeling it, I always say make sure you get some potassium in you, whether that's some coconut water or bananas, or I guess kiwi has a lot of potassium, but also doing stuff like this is going to help, right? So make sure you always have that tennis ball or that roll-up ball in your bag to, in between exercises, you know, can always do that. Try to get it to relax a little bit. Okay, we're about halfway done with the exercises. Moving on after this, we're gonna do a lot of mat exercises. We're gonna do some traveling exercises, and then we're gonna take it to the bar. Rizzo decided to leave us.
Come back.
Yeah, he'll come back one time. Hopefully he'll make a grand appearance at the end.
Yes.
Because pre-point's not his thing. Okay.
We have a tiny bar for him.
Okay, next exercise is going to be our airplanes. Now remember, airplanes is very important to know that if you're ready to go on point. So what's most important here is I'm gonna have actually Kara, can you step out into the airplane thing, is when she's doing this, she's gonna go down. You want from your tip of your head through your spine to be a flat back, right? And we want that leg parallel to the floor as well. You can relax. Those arms stay out to this side. We don't want them too far back because from here, when you plie the leg, you're going to go extend the legs. Your fingertips are going to touch the ground and you're going to come back up. We want to make sure that we're not dropping our chest to touch the ground. This is not actually helping us, right? We want to make sure that the arms just lower and happen to touch the ground. Yeah, so let's see. If you do a plie, a little bit better, stretch it up. And what's really important at this is that this to this to this is a straight line. So when she's plieing, can you do it with me? We really want to make sure, can you freeze for a second? Sorry. We want to make sure that this knee isn't going this way or this way and that's going straight through the leg. This is something that Kara is working on herself, so yeah. And me too, I get it. It's not easy. So let's go through, we're gonna do 15 on each leg. I've been telling everybody if you're about to go on stage, anything, these are great. You should constantly be doing your airplane. So, and if you wanna make it harder, do it on the mats, okay? The floor, a little bit easier of a way to go about it. So we're up, and we're gonna go plie, up, plie, up, plie, up, plie, up. You should really be feeling this in that hamstring. It's okay, keep going. Two more, pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Woo, woo. I fell a little bit on that last one. All right. It's okay. All right, shake it out. Let's see the other side. Yeah. Okay. And up. We have plie. Up.
Put this leg.
That leg's worse. Uh-oh.
It's definitely worse.
That's okay. Ooh, yeah, I'm falling.
Yeah, I know. Not that
JacLyn. Miss JacLyn's out of shape. And keep going for it. I think we have like 2, 3 more. Those buds are burning. Let's do one more. We got it. And up. Woo! That feels great on those buds. Okay. And on to our next. We are going to lay down. So, woo. We're going to do our 10-10-10. Now, we did this a little bit over the summer. Those of you that had me, we're doing, this is a Pilates exercise. So you want to make sure the belly button is constantly pulled into the spine and your spine is flat against the mat. We don't want anything coming up off the mat, okay? Hands by your side, palms down. Pushing. Huh?
Can you move sideways?
Oh yeah, thanks, Kara. That's right, I'm gonna move sideways on this so you can get the side view. I'll move Rizzo's mat for now. We'll see if he
Welcome back.
comes back to join us. Okay, so yes, moving sideways. So we're going to feet together, palms pushing into the mat. This is what's gonna get that opened up in the front. We always talk about that like beautiful necklace and the collarbone area, right? Opening this up, pushing down into the floor. So from here, you're gonna lift the one leg up. Remember, it is turned out and you're pushing through the arch and relaxing the toes. So you're gonna take a breath in and you're gonna squeeze your knees together and hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna lower to our calf muscle and repeat it. And lower, again, and on to the next side. We're gonna hold it. Now, just remember that when you're doing this, right, you're actively pushing into the ground, long neck, getting that lower back into the ground. Yep, lower. Make sure you're in first position, turn out a little bit more camera. And you're here, belly button into the spine, breathing, right? This is working up, working those inner thighs up, so that when we do more Pilates ab exercises, it's going to take our inner thigh, pull it up. Very good. Carrie, do it one more time. I'm gonna make some corrections. Did you do that really? So out, turning this out, pushing through, right? She's squeezing right here. That when we're doing this, it's going to get the inner thighs activated and those lower abs activated, lower, right? So our back's not coming up. But that way it takes it out of the quads and the hip flexors. And lower one more time. We don't want to be gripping those quads and hip flexors during our pushing to the ground and up. Switch. We don't want to be pushing, we don't want to be gripping those areas because that takes it out of our abs and then makes our hips really tight, which is not good for dance. Lower. There we go. Yeah. Try to push through the arch a little bit more and relax those toes. Relax. There we go. And lower. How's that feel? Pushing the ground. Pushing that. And up. Okay. Sure that feels good, right? Okay. Next, I'm pretty sure we are on to the 100. Good. So, this is going to be really hard for me to do and say at the same time, so we'll see how this works. When you do the 100, right, this is a warm-up exercise. You're going to lay, we're going to start laying here, pulling our knees into our chest, making our backs nice and long. You're going to extend the legs up into that baby first position in Pilates. Remember, pushing through the arch, relaxing the toes, right? From here, I'm going to say lift your chin up. You're going to reach those fingers. You're going to lower your legs to a working level. Mine are not going very low. We're going to inhale and pulse. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can do it. Lower a little bit more. Exhale. Keep the back into the ground. Inhale. Exhale. One more. You can do it. Inhale. Exhale. Like one more. One. Up and pull. Up. Inhale. Relax. Yeah. Feels so good, right? Really make sure that when you're doing that, you're breathing. Breathing is so important on that. Really inhale, exhale out. Now we're gonna go into, we're gonna do a roll up. So you can do this with a magic circle, or you can just do a normal roll up. You wanna use the magic circle? Okay, I'll do the normal roll up. We're gonna lay down. If you have a magic circle, you can put it in between your legs. Now you want your feet hip width apart though, so that means you're squeezing and that these are in. Good. Lay down. From here, I'm going to keep my feet together on this one with my slip disc. I tend to have to use my hands when I do my roll-up. So from here, you're going to reach up towards the ceiling. You're going to take a breath in, and you're going to peel your spine, chin to chest up, sit up nice and tall, and then belly button into spine, roll it back down. And one more time, inhale, reaching. Now, also when you're doing this, you can use your hands to help you lower back down, but we don't want to be gripping, right? You can also do that to one more time. Up, inhale. You can use those arms to help you get back up because we don't want to throw our chest up, right? We really want to control and back down. Good. I think that's enough. Excellent. We're moving on to stomach series. So put that magic circle away. You have 5 exercises in stomach series, and we are not going to do it all together today. We're going to make sure we're going to have some space in between. Okay, so first laying on our backs, pull that right knee to your chest. Your left hand is going to be on the knee, your right hand is going to be on the ankle, and then when you switch, the hands also switch, okay? So we're here, we're going to do 8, okay? Okay, up, and inhale, and slide out, and pull, 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 pull. 2, 2, chin off the ground, here, rock. Gotta get those abs going, girl. And very good, relax down. On to our next one, we're going to stretch our legs out and our arms out to a V, circle, and exhale back in. We're going to do 5 of those, okay? Shoulders up off the ground. Okay, ready? Inhale, exhale, and then we go. Inhale, stretch out, and circle, exhale. Inhale, Rizzo. We got a Rizzo. What's up, baby? Okay, now we're gonna do our straight leg ones. Your mat's over here, buddy. Okay, our straight leg ones, similar to the first ones, and we're going to hold our arms at both sides. Okay, we ready? And right leg up, and pull, 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 pull. 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4. Hey, baby. 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. Very good. And excellent job. Okay. We're going to lay on our backs, both legs up. How goes? Here, Caroline, your back. He just wants to get in on the action. Okay, first position up. You're going to keep your hands out by your spine, and then belly button in, arms up. You're going to lower the legs down. Hands by. Lower the legs down. 1, 2, 3, and then zip it up. Yeah, there we go. And lower the legs down. And your thighs together. 1, 2, 3, and zip it up. There we go. One more time. You can do it. Good. 1, 2, 3, zip it up. Last one. Lower. 1, 2, 3, zip it up. There we go. Okay. There we go. I just wanted to see you suffer. Okay. Now we're going to do our twist. So laying on our backs. Right here. We're going to do elbows to knees, and then we twist, hold, both shoulders off the ground, in. Twist, hold, in. You ready, Kara?
Yes.
Okay. Take a breath in, and pulling up, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and one more, each side, and very good. Woo! Okay. That feels good on the whole body. Let's do, last thing we're going to do is our bridges. Well, not our last thing. We've got 2 more. Magic circle. Now remember, if you don't have a magic circle, you can use your TheraBand, at least for the outer ones. So why don't we do, you use the magic circle, I'll show with the TheraBand. What's going to happen is Kara's going to lay on her back, right? Lay on your back. I'm going to set you up. So, heels under sit bones though. We don't want to be too wide. And we don't want the knees in too far, right? She's going to take magic circle in between, squeeze. Good. So this is a good, yeah, hands by your side. I'm going to help you here. She's going to pull her belly button. She's going to peel her spine up off from the bottom. Good, squeeze, squeeze, and then lower it down. Push those hands into the ground. And again, up, good, and lower. Now she's going to go up one more time. Get those hips up, go. You can do it, and then pulse and go. In. Sometimes they fly away, so let's try to stop that and bring it down. Don't laugh too hard. You're going to do that one more time, and I'm going to do it with the TheraBand so we can get a gist on what's going on. Yeah, you'll be. Okay. We're here, so you can tie this sucker up, and we're here. We're going to, from here, pull out and then come up, and then down. Yeah, on these you have to pull up, but that's okay. You keep doing it that way. Up and down, and then we go out. Kara's pulsing in, I'm pulsing out, 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 and roll down. Now, Kara switch yours to the outside to show them how they would do it on the outside. Good. And so then Kara this way would just pull out, and then she'd continue to do the roll-ups this way. And then down. Kara, I think you can get your hips up more off the ground, honey. You want to get your hips, your knees, and your shoulders all in one line. Down and up. One more pulse is set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower it down. All right, good. Now, what we can also do in this is you can take the circle away, or you can put the circle back on the inside of the legs, or you can keep the TheraBand, or Kara, you can just put yours away in general. You can do this multiple ways. What's going to happen is here, you're going to go up, and you're going to lift the leg, hold, try to keep both hip bones in one line, hold, and lower. One more time, and up, and hold, hold, and lower. Good. Okay. Now, next thing you can do is clamshells. I'm going to use the TheraBand. Kara's going to do it without the TheraBand. You're going to lay on your side. Now, when you're doing this, you can either support the head this way, or you can lay down, right? Other hand in. You want your heels underneath your sit bones. So we don't want the legs out here or in the back, right behind, underneath, belly button in. From here, you're going to flex the feet up and down. And when you do this, you really don't want to let the hip go with the leg, right? So even if it's just a little bit of movement, like I'm not having a ton of range of motion, but that's what we want. Should really feel this in the rotators, right? Okay, let's switch it. And ready? We go up. 1, 2. Okay. Very good. And that is the end of our mat series. Okay, so
Don't we do the standing up one? When we stand up and we slide around.
that's on the mats.
Okay.
Awesome. So take the mats up. Woo! They're gone. Okay. I'll help you move these. Now we're going to do our side steps and monster walks. Y'all know these? Now remember, we're taking the TheraBand and we're actually bringing it above the knees. Okay, so Kara and I are going to start all the way over here once she gets her stuff together. I'm messing with you. Bye. So up and over this way. Now remember, when you're doing these side steps, what's most important is that those knees stay over their toes. So we don't want this going on, right? We're going to make sure we're pushing those knees out, plie, squeeze, and up and over. And remember, we want to keep the resistance in the band, so we don't want to be stepping straight together. I know. And we're going back. I know we came out of frame. We're coming back for you guys. It's all right. Okay, very good. Now from here, monster walks this way. You take, I like to call these the Pooh Bear walks, right? Because you're going to do that rond de jambe out, and then that knee follows. Yeah. Feels amazing. Not.
Amazing not.
Good. And then we're going to turn around and around and around. And make sure we're really leading with the knee here, not the heel, because then we can get turned in. Okay? And you can do this as many times as you need to. No biggie. Very good. Okay. Last thing we have is our bar exercises. So, you can do these in ballet shoes. This is good. Yeah. You can do these in ballet shoes or not. Totally up to you. I think I'm going to not. You going to put yours on?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So remember in the beginning we were talking about the 9-point ball and how that's going to help with the tension and the arch, and we also talked about making sure we're doing our tendus correctly and we're working the feet through strengthening and not just flopping the flexibility over, because that's just going to make our ankles well more flexible and maybe pretty to look at, unsustainable. We're going to be falling all over the place, right? And definitely not strong enough for point that way. So with that being said, we got a Kara. On this side. Okay. First thing we're going to do is I actually want to go through some roll throughs. So we'll go parallel first, but I'm going to face this way just so you can really see what I'm doing from the side. We're going to go plie. From here, we're going to press those arches forward. We're going to stretch up, keep the inner thigh squeeze, and try to not drop the heels, and inner thigh resist down. So you're going to plie, up, keep the weight forward, and then you're going to use those hamstrings to resist down. Plie, I know that can see you from the side, but you're up. And lower, that's better. And plie. And lower. Okay, very good. We're going to do that in first position as well. So we're in the first. Remember, this is all about the feet right now, so don't be doing anything like really cranking the turnout out to the point that we're rolling in. That is not what we want to deal with, right? So Kara's going to make sure those pinky toes are pulled into the ground, right? And those arches are lifted. So when she goes plie, put your hand on your hip, listen. Press the arches Good. She's going to keep that nice and high over the second toe. Stretch up. Try to keep it rotating. Good. And lower. Control. Lower. Straight, 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 straight. Good. One more time. Plie. Lower and press. Good. Up. Can you stretch behind your knees a little bit more? And then I want you to use this in lower straight leg. Inner thigh squeezing. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. One more time. Plie. And press. Stretching up. Straight leg lower. Plie. And press. Stretching up. And lower. Very good. How you feeling?
Good.
Good. Excellent. We're going to go on and to do some releves because, as all the kids know, they want Miss JacLyn calves. So, we're going to get those calves moving. So, parallel position. We're going to do, I think 6 releves in every position, and we're going to do it also one leg, one leg. So I'm doing it with you, so we should be good. Right here. And plie, releve up, plie, releve up, plie, releve up. 2 more. Plie, and ready? One leg. And plie. Now these are obviously much harder. Making sure you're really still going for it. Keep the weight over the ball of the foot. Good? Think last one? I don't know. I probably miscounted. We're here and plie. Thanks, Karen. As we all know, I don't count very well. So, first, ready? Plie, up. Ready? We're going to try and turn it out now. Make sure the heel is right underneath that calf muscle to the back. I'm just going to fix you 1 second. Boom. Good. Okay. We're here and plie, up. Good. Oh, okay. And bring your arms with you. There you go. Okay. Good. Second position. Last thing. And. Okay. Very good. Okay, shake it out. That is the end of pre-point today. I hope you tuned in and had a good time with class. And I hope you love the appearance from Rizzo. And then also give Kara a nice clap for helping me out. What a good sister, right? And I think we're trying to grab Rizzo. So,
Yes.
for one last hoorah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, here's our Rizzo.
We need Rizzo to do his pirouette.
Come here. Say bye-bye, guys. Oh, and more treats for me.
He
Oh, one more. Oh, there we go. He boomeranged a circle for you guys. I